and welcome to Say Less, Say More, the trio that you never knew you needed. Go and get your money, little duffel bag boy. Tonight, we're going to talk about some safe spaces in black men. Where do you go to for your advice? We're going to talk about a little bit of sports, some Chris Paul, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and championship week is here. And you know, we got some stuff from the Joe Budden Podcast.
Joe Budden Podcast.
Yes. What does 2-5 hate this week? Why don't you be patient and find out? And then, of course, Jack's got some takes for us. But I got the gang with me. The one and only El Rezidente. And then, of course, this guy over here. Jack?
Jackie Ray's, aka.
Oh shit, my bad. Jackie Ray's, aka. Oh man, Rico Mandigo, Swaggy J, man. You already know what it is, man. Big DJ Radical Jack, man. Talk shit or die trying. We do it like this every day, man. Find a Nemo, aka Nemo hoes, except I'm married, so I don't need none of you. Let's go.
Hey. All right. So, of course, we coming at you. Back to back. We got all the episodes. So first thing we're going to do is our check-in because we want to know what's going on with these guys. And Rez, I heard something that made me happy.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
I heard that the Pursuit of Forever might be coming back.
Yeah, man. We definitely coming back. We very, very excited. Me and Toya, we're sitting there talking like, yo, we ain't potted in a while. So it's like, yo, we need to bring the pod back before they think we like getting divorced or something. So we're bringing the pod back. We're actually back next week, Wednesday. First episode in a while. Definitely getting ready for the holiday season. Very excited about that. So yeah, shout out to my wife Latoya, being the best wife in the world. 18 years married, 20 years together. Definitely proud of her. But yeah, Pursuit of Forever is coming back.
Big bike. Like the fat people that eat too much.
Okay.
McDonald's.
Okay. That's a bar. You know what I'm saying? What's going on with you, Jack?
Man, honestly, like, things is cool, man. Got a haircut today. You know what I'm saying? 34. All my hair. Some of y'all can't relate. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all out there went bald at 23. Some of y'all went bald at 26. Some of y'all went bald at 33. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't living right, bro.
Me, you know what I'm saying? Full beard and hair. And y'all already seen I can grow the braids when I feel like it. So, like I said, man, Radical Jack talk shit or die trying. And
I don't have a shot.
At fishing, Drewski got a skit for you.
Why are you like this? Like, it makes no sense.
I'm a red-blooded man.
So, of course,
bro. Shots fired early.
I'm not going to attack y'all out there, you know what I'm saying, because I'm in a great mood. I had the one and only Jay Paterno on Sports Reports as Ordered last night. You know what I'm saying? Had a great time. And those of you looking out on Chop Chat, I got some heat coming for you, you know what I'm saying? But besides that, you know what I'm saying, it was kind of ironic that after I talked all this stuff last week, I came home and saw an elf in the shelf in my living room.
On the shelf
talk about
after
it.
last year's
No,
rant.
let's not talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
We are not going to talk about
Let's
pickle
talk about
games
it.
today,
Let's talk
okay?
about it.
We are
If y'all
not
out here committing to the demon elf,
You don't even like people the rest of the year.
What is he doing, y'all? What he doing? His elf out there terrorizing.
He's knocking
Knocking over shelves.
taking over the world. But anyway, so when I came home and saw that, I was very distraught. And then I had to figure out who could I run to for advice, but obviously not neither one of these two insensitive jerks.
Shout out Christmas.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So with that in mind, who do you go to when you need advice?
Oh, that was good. That was good. I like that. Typically who I go to for advice is God And then if I need somebody to actually say something back to me, I look for somebody who I deem is more successful than me in that area that I'm struggling in.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
If I'm having marriage issues, I don't go to my single friends or my divorced friends, or people who have had nothing but terrible relationships. I go to people like Rez or 2-5 who have been married for 10 plus years and understand the game and ups and downs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I go to people like that. You know, I call my uncle who's been married for 20 years. I call even my mom, you know what I'm saying? But because it's my mom, I don't know. Sometimes I don't really like putting all the business out there with your parents. Yeah. So your parents are good to ask advice from, but sometimes you got to keep it real vague because you don't want to give them any types of impressions on your spouse. And, you know, anybody watching this, if you're young, you know, you can talk to your parents about stuff, but keep it vague because you don't want them formulating opinions on your spouse because you're going to forgive them, but they won't.
Yeah, I think you just nailed a big part of it, right? So, like the question of, you know, who do you go to for advice? I definitely think it's different people for different situations. There has to be a level of trust that's really like embedded in the relationship before you can be willing to, you know, go and just have conversations with people about your life, especially people that you don't know why they're taking in information. That's why the trust is so important, right? You think about your parent who loves you, right? Your parent loves you. You mentioned this earlier, Jack. Your mom, your dad, they love you, right? But especially if you're talking to your mom, there's certain things that when you tell your mom about that thing about your spouse, when you forgive it and you're moving on, your mom didn't forget it. Your dad may not forget it. Your sister may not forget it. And now that's the thing they hold against you, like, or hold against her, you know. So, yeah, you definitely got to be careful for that. But I am, like you mentioned, Jack, you know, I'm thankful that I do have people in my life that do have that level of maturity, do have that level of understanding. And even level of experience. Even some of my, you know, I got some family members, like I'm thinking some guys I definitely wouldn't go to for marriage advice that I would plan on taking seriously, just because I've seen the choices that they made in relationships and I've seen the advice that they've given people, and it's not the best in the world. So for my fellas out there who are trying to figure out, like, there's probably some people that you talk to every day, right? If nobody you talk to, I think I said this to myself or I said this on a pod or something, but if nobody you talk to on a daily basis have a life that you would want to have in 5 to 10 years, you need to surround yourself with more people, like people who inspire you, people who, like, I think, Jack, we sort of already got into, like, I don't want to use the term, but aggrandizing one another. But I think about 2-5, right? I love the fact that, like, 2-5 is somebody that is pursuing, like, his dream. Like, he's not cutting his life off. He's not, you know, leaving the kids so he can go start his rap career, but he's going after the things that he really wants to do in life. And he's not allowing, you know, the odds to stop him. Stuff like that. There's how many podcasters, you know, in the world, how many people who write articles in the world, but you still look at it and you say, that's not enough for me to not go after it. So, like, when I see that, I can't help but be inspired. And so people that inspire me, I have no problem asking for advice. And people who I know have my best interest at heart. If I came in the group chat with 2-5 and Jack was like, hey, fellas, think it's time I cheat on Toya, they would be the first people to wrangle me in. They'd be the first people to check me and put me on square and say, Rajan, that's not who you are. So if the people around you aren't doing that, not only should you not be asking them advice, but you shouldn't be around them much.
See, I had to learn a lot of hard lessons because, you know, going through relationships, you know, I always thought to myself, I'm dealing with a woman. So why don't I get advice for a woman about a woman? And then I learned these women don't mean you well.
How about
you know like you just gave up the keys to the kingdom and didn't even know it. Mm-hmm. You know, so I had to learn that lesson. And you know, and so I met Riz, you know, in person finally not too long ago. And
last year.
And it was one of the things that sort of what he just said, I'll piggyback off of. Like, one of the things that I told him, and especially I wanted to say it to his face, you know, I was like, hey, you know what I'm saying? We're the same age. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, you still inspire me from the standpoint of, I think people look at inspiration as someone older or, you know, someone who has a little more life experience or something along those lines. And I just say, no, make sure you give those people the flowers while they still smell them and all that. But anyway.
Okay, Nori?
You know what I'm saying? But as far as make some noise, you know what I'm saying? But as far as who I go to for advice, you know what I'm saying? Like it's pretty much y'all, because I don't trust a lot of people. Because I've been burned too many times, you know, where you confide in somebody, and then next thing you know, somebody having a sip of liquor, and then something comes out that wasn't supposed to, dynamite stick, and I'm out here burnt up like Wile E. Coyote. And and I'm sitting around trying to explain to my wife, like, well, I couldn't talk to you because I didn't know what to say to you. And she's like, well, say anything. And I'm like, no, I can't say anything. We already see on this show that I can't say anything. But but
shout out to the kids.
But it's a struggle though. I'm still learning how to receive advice.
Yeah.
So a lot of times, to be honest with you, without weirdoing out here, I go to myself for advice. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember those old cartoons where you had the angel on one shoulder and the devil on the other shoulder? Like, that's how I operate. Like, I'm like, bro, but it was like this, and no, that don't make sense. And that's how I got through a lot of my life. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate having these guys.
Yeah,
I don't think there's nothing wrong with that, man. I think in the military for sure, bro. I was definitely devil angel on my shoulders. Like I would do a lot of things where it's just like, okay, like, is this true to who I am? And if I do this, is it gonna benefit me? You know what I mean? Like I would do stuff like that. Like, is it gonna be a benefit, or should I, like cool out? And a lot of the times it's just kind of like based off of that,
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. And I also think like this will be a great opportunity to sort of highlight the fact that, especially in this society, like men don't like to act as though like their homeboys are, like that. Women don't believe that men have strong relationships, right?
Oh, yeah.
Not like in-depth relationships. Like they're like, oh, they'll get together and talk about the game, or they'll talk about, cars or women or whatever. But like my friendship with Jack and 2-5, like outside of a pod shoot, we've been friends for a long time on the internet. But shoot, in the last we've been kicking it for like a year now, like the three of us, like talking almost every day. And it's weird. Like it's weird to me. Like if I wake up and my phone don't got like messages already on, I'm like, okay, are they all right? Not because we talk about sports, but because like we really do support one another like in life. So I just want to say you guys are dope, man. Y'all are dope. Y'all really are.
Appreciate that. I just want to shout out Radical Jack, for hitting the call button. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that knows me knows, dog. I'll FaceTime you in a New York minute.
For sure.
So back in the day when you were searching for, someone to confide in or have those conversations with, how did you decide, saying like outside of those outside factors, like, you guys brought up things like, would you want that life in 5 to 10 years or somebody that inspires me? Like, what are some other things that you use to decide who you would confide in?
So for me, I base it off of, sorry if y'all hear that, Javian's going crazy.
Nah, shout out to you know what time it is.
But if for me, I base it off of like I'm really judgmental. I judge, people don't judge a book by its cover. That advice is not for me. I judge everything you do. So if I'm looking and then I see like, okay, this dude here, let's just say for instance, Rez been married 18 years. Rez comes out here, we go out to the cigar lounge, and Rez first thing is, damn, she got a fat ass. And he's like, hey, y'all, I'll be right back. And I watch him get a number and all this other stuff. But the person he is on the internet or the person he portrays himself to be to everybody else is, oh, no, man, I love my wife and all that. Mental note, you ain't shit. So
yeah, Chris Rock loved his wife too, right?
Hey, exactly. That's a great movie. That's a great movie.
He turned it down.
I know, but he did a lot before he got there.
But it was dangerous waters. He got beat up for no reason. But I judge you off of that, man. And it's the same as like, you can't give me advice about money if you always broke. Like,
Can you rap to people about money if you always broke?
No comment.
Like if he was like going to like a lake house.
Okay.
Or if he needed $6.
Anything, I guess.
Those could be reasons.
Those could be
reasons.
Those could be reasons. No, I think for me, I just there's a lot of observation that goes on. Like a lot of people, when I'm around them, sometimes they think I'm upset or that I'm sad about something, and I'm just watching. Because you got to know who you could bring in the foxhole with you. And I'm not necessarily that forthcoming to be like, hey, man, I really, really need to talk. So for me to get there, that means that I've seen you for quite some time. And I like the way you operate or, because we're all human, right? People make mistakes. You might do something that I deem like, damn, I can't believe Rez said that. But We're human. We're human. So like, I'm not going to like, as Jack, I'm not going to judge you off of one incident per se, unless the incident that he brought up, but
that's one for sure.
Yeah. But everybody has a bad day, but it's how you react to those bad days. So when I see the composure or the fact that you didn't flip your lid and all that kind of stuff like that, as we do when 2-5 hates things, then it lets me know that, I can talk to this person. And if nothing else, even if I don't take the advice, even if I don't agree with the advice, I know that it's rational coming from a good place.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's really good, bro. Shoot, how do I decide? I think both of y'all make some really good points, knowing somebody's, when they come from a good place. To Jack, to your point, consistency is so important. I know you guys give me a lot of credit for being somebody I come to for like support and guidance or whatever. And like, I love that that we have that. But I think y'all's trust in me is, like you said, Jack, like is rooted in like, I really am the person that I make myself out to be on the internet.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that don't have that consistency in life. So you do see those, I even think about like people who get church hurt, right? And this is a little veer, but go with me, right? You grew up in the church, and the pastor's telling you, you got to live right. You got to live holy. You live by the 10 Commandments. Husbands, love your wives like Christ loved the church. And women, serve your husbands, be obedient, And then you find out that same pastor, and cheating on his wife every day. He's messing with half the church. Or, first lady got this going on. The pastor, got kids over here and, half the church, know that he got this thing going on. And that's not somebody you want to confide in. Like people decide like their entire lives. They're like, I'll never go. I never go back to that church because, the way the inconsistency showed up. So not only did the person not want to trust the pastor anymore, they don't want to go to God anymore, which is the opposite. So I say that to say, right? I take a lot of pride in being the person that I say that I am. And the fact that it's been helpful in any bit to you guys, it means a lot to me to know that. So yeah, that's how I decide who I trust. There's people who are consistent in my life. There have been people like y'all have mentioned that have burned me before, people I've confided in and given information and told because I thought they loved me and they supported me. And then when I told them, like, they used it to try to destroy my life.
Yeah.
And so yeah, for me, if I share information with people, there are people that I really do believe have my genuine best interest at heart, and that wouldn't change if things went badly. That means a lot.
No, definitely. 2-5, you say so. All I was gonna say is don't ever give me fatherly advice if you're not a real dad.
Yeah, and
don't make me be the guy that's got to tell you that you cannot give me fatherly advice.
But on the other side, saying you got to realize when it's time or not time for you to give advice. You don't want to end up like Christopher Emmanuel Paul now, do you? like because apparently he was just flapping his gums and alienated everybody. Like Ty Lue is his friend, and then it got to a point where they weren't even on speaking terms anymore. So the Clippers said, "Go home, Roger."
Yeah. So is it? So I didn't read into this, right? I saw what happened. I thought it was I thought it was bad only because of the fact that like Chris Paul is like literally a veteran of the Clippers. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he was just there and it was like, oh, okay, you're just another player and this is your last year. Like Chris Paul has been with the Clippers through some real adversity. You know what I mean? So I was just like, was it like a Jimmy Butler thing where like the players just didn't like him because he played too hard and they weren't feeling that, or?
No, so the way that I took it, and this would make you proud, Chris Paul just need to be punched in the mouth a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Like, so this is one of those things where like he's the vet now, he's the old man with the wisdom, he's trying to hold people accountable, and that's awesome. But the problem is that people like Chris Paul go through life with their alpha mentality and complex, and people don't challenge them. So now that he's at the end of his career, you know, people are saying the things to him because of, you know, right now it's like, oh, you out of here next year. I ain't got to, you know, whatever. This is the things that they probably should have been saying to him 10 years ago. And it would have curbed some of the behavior that we're seeing now.
Yeah.
But since they didn't, he's Chris Paul. What are you going to say to me? And then you become brash and overbearing, you know, even though you have good intentions, right? Because accountability is great. You know what I'm saying? But it goes back to, how are you doing this? And I think that's where it got caught up because he'll just get in your face. He's a little pit bull.
Literally.
And I think people just got, and I think people were just like, yo, get this dude out of here, man. Because if you look at the Clippers, Rez, like a dude like James Harden is like so laid back. You know what I'm saying? Like Bradley Beal's not necessarily a confrontational guy. Kawhi ain't even there half the damn time. So
his box barely work.
Yeah, so I can see how Chris Paul could like grade on you, I guess.
Well, I don't know, man. It's so weird because it's like on one end I hear what you're saying, but on the other end it's like thinking about somebody like
Chris Paul.
No.
James Harden.
James Harden. There we go. Thinking about somebody like James Harden, you think he does kind of, you know, he's laid back, but it's like to a fault. You know what I mean? Like, I understand where Chris Paul is coming from because it's like, yeah, I get that you don't want to whatever, but it's like, bro, I need you to turn up. I need you to be here so we can do something. I know that we're not supposed to be quote unquote championship caliber team, but when I have a Kawhi Leonard and a James Harden on my squad,
we got a chance.
Yeah, like we should push for this, you know? So I understand that. I also understand that, like, sometimes, yeah, you do want to tell somebody, hey, you need to shut up, you know? So I don't know. It's one of those sticky situations, you know? I can't say I choose a side.
I'll always choose the side of the person that wants accountability. You know, because the Clippers are obviously a loser franchise that hasn't won anything. Yeah, they haven't won anything ever. No matter who the coach was, who the players were, like there's just something about that franchise. If you believe in curses, that's the Clippers. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I can understand wanting accountability. So I won't bang on Chris Paul for that. But what I'll just say is you got a lot of old dudes in that locker room. It's not just Harden. It's not just Kawhi. They got Brook Lopez, who isn't even really playing no more because he's ineffective. So, and this is Chris Paul's last year, and I'm sure he would like to spend it competing for a championship.
Yeah, what if so I saw something that said that and I don't know a whole lot about, you know, the what led to him leaving out, so thank you for that context. But I saw something that was like, what if him leaving allows him to go to OKC? OKC picks him up, and then he gets a championship on OKC team.
If I'm OKC, I don't want no parts of him.
But maybe you do, because you got to remember, he was one of the Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's first like mentors. As a player. He was,
but now we're at a point. OKC, we're at a point where we're champions. We won our championship by, like, as I like to say, they play like the Nolan Richardson Arkansas Razorbacks, that 40 minutes of hell. We're just Chris Paul can't do that no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? He can't.
But maybe he doesn't.
Well, he can do it off the bench.
I don't know, man.
He might get him a Gary Payton ring.
I mean, they're 21-1. Don't mess up a good thing.
Wow. That's messed up.
Even if he's a free agent, just pick him up and just put him on the team.
Yeah, just put him on the team. He can't mess it up that bad.
I don't know. Chris Paul tend to go places, and championships tend not to come.
But it's not because of Chris Paul.
No, not always. But I mean, you're the common denominator.
He is the common denominator, but it's never really his fault. I mean, unless I'm saying something wrong.
No, I don't necessarily think it's his fault. I'm just a big believer of you've been around and the winning ain't been happening. So,
also though, I do think that it's a Clippers thing too. Like the Clippers are cursed. You know what I mean? Like I think the Clippers should get out of LA. I've always thought that.
The Clippers owner's about to lose his team.
He should have been. They should have been in San Diego. Oh shit!
Yeah, they need to get out of LA so they can be their own team.
Oh, you talking about with this whole Kawhi thing?
Yeah.
All right, say more. Say more.
So I told y'all the Pablo Torre interview was on the Joe Budden podcast.
Joe Budden Podcast
was insane because he started with the fact that like this was just him like running down like some minor leads that come and like he stumbled onto it. But like if what he's saying goes as far as Pablo Torre has says it goes, like there's wire fraud brought into this. There's like this like there's
there were like shell companies paying Kawhi,
yes,
and he wasn't even making the appearances that
he had a no. I forgot what he calls it. No show.
Yeah,
no show. Dang, I can't remember what the name of it. But you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. There was a shell company, a tree company that Stephen Ballmer had invested in. Yeah. That was paying Kawhi extra money under the table. Yeah. And he was supposed to be some kind of spokesperson for this company.
Oh, wow. And that's crazy.
Well, no, he was. It was like the company wasn't a thing.
It's a false contract. He was supposed to be like with this company that plants trees. And he was like one of the main sponsors, but they would book him for events that he never came to. They said like you made like 20 appearances and we're gonna give you this much. And he never showed up to any of it. He never was required to. There was a no-show. Like it was, and
it was just a way to pay him under the table.
Because they were circumventing the salary cap.
Yeah.
Because salary cap's $250 million for your team. Well, I can only offer you $40 million up under contract, but here's this workaround. And then if you do enough of that, you find yourself in a bad spot where you start doing illegal stuff, as opposed to just breaking club rules.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense. That sucks.
Yeah, so like that's why when it first broke this summer, I was like, well, is Kawhi possibly going to get banned? Is Ballmer going to be forced to sell? And I don't think this is over, but it's been very quiet on that front lately. But it is not quiet in Cream City. Apparently, at the beginning of this season.
What? Yo.
What city?
That's what it's called.
Cream City?
What city is this?
What the hell?
That's what it's called.
What?
Where?
What is called that?
Milwaukee.
Nah.
No, it's not.
They even got the uniforms. They even got the. Hold on. Wait. Anyway, hold on. As the great Woody Page would say, I'm about to straighten y'all out. But anyway, so Giannis.
Why do you know this?
Because they wear it on the jersey.
I don't like it.
Time out. Look, it's called Cream City because you know how you go to some cities and the buildings are made out of certain things or whatever, like or
ice cream,
like cobblestone and things like that. So Milwaukee, they have buildings that are cream colored, so it's called creams. This is a real thing.
Cream City is nuts.
Oh my!
Hold on, listen. So anyway, before the season started, Giannis Antetokounmpo, I guess, told the Bucks like, "Hey, I want to be a Knick, make it happen." but it never came out publicly, right?
Okay.
So now that he's injured again, that story has broken, and now he's, I guess, formally asked for a trade. And
sorry.
So that's where we are. See, there you go. Cream City. What I'm saying?
Hey, look. Wild. Hey, that's my wife is from Wisconsin. I've never heard her say anything about Cream City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I called it Milwaukee.
So what do you think? Come on, Rez. I'm Mr. Know all the state nicknames and stuff.
You do. That's a wild one.
So what do you think about Giannis asking for trades?
I personally don't have a problem with it, only because that is the era that we're in now. Back in the day, I would have been like, oh, look, nobody wants to be loyal. But now it's like, all right, at this point, if you're the NBA, go where you want to go. That's how I feel about it now.
I mean,
one more, Riz.
I got you. So I don't mind Giannis. I don't mind Giannis. This is Doug. Okay.
Yeah, see, these are the cream buildings.
That don't make it less funny though.
Okay.
Got cream buildings.
I'm just trying to. They got
25 buildings and 3 of them is cream. Let's call it cream.
I'm
just trying to let the people know that I'm not being a 69 god up in here. That's all.
But no, I think Giannis. So this is my problem, because I want players to be empowered to do those things. My recent issue now is players want their cake and eat it too.
Yeah.
So you want to get the big contracts that you get because you stay on a team for a long period of time. Sign the biggest contract you can sign. And then immediately after it, when it doesn't go your way, the reason they actually signed you for that big money, you went out, you want to ask for a trade because it didn't go the way you wanted it to go. Like, you can't have it both ways. So that's how I feel. He signed that big deal.
On Sports Reports was ordered about 2 years ago. I made the video and I was like, hey, trade Giannis now, because this is going to happen eventually. This is inevitable. This is the league that we live in now. So unless you want him to walk in the future and get nothing, or you get pennies on the dollar because now people know that you have to trade him, which, like, we saw that with Dame Lillard, for example. When these things happen, the problem that I have with Giannis in this situation is sometimes you just don't win a championship. The Milwaukee Bucks have tried to bring players in to help Giannis out. You know what I'm saying? So, this ain't LeBron in Cleveland. You know what I mean? The first time around, they brought in Dame Lillard.
Well, he got a championship too. So I mean,
he did win a championship. But you could argue about whether Dame Lillard fits with Giannis or not. But the level of player that Dame Lillard is, a lot of teams aren't bringing that type of player in to pair with their superstar. Then on top of that, last year, and I know this guy's a bum. Saying I used to like him, but now he's a bum. But they went out and got Killer Kuzma, and that's a championship guy. But teams that aren't trying to help you win don't get players like that. You know what I'm saying? In the middle of the season to try to help you get over the top. Sometimes it just doesn't work. So if Giannis was asking for things and Milwaukee wasn't helping him, then I could get this stance. But they've tried.
No, I don't disagree. I don't disagree at all. I definitely think they tried. I mean, but everything, and this is the problem that they don't consider, everything that you'll have to give up to get rid of a Giannis, you probably would have needed to win a championship.
That makes sense.
Yep. And I mean, regardless of what you heard and what you've seen on this show, just remember that the cream rises to the top. So,
that's right. Shout out to Cream City.
So we got the Colts and the Chiefs.
The Cowboys just scored. I was just saying the Cowboys just scored.
Okay, so we got the Colts and the Chiefs real quick. It's 27-16, I believe. So the Colts lost 2 in a row. Daniel Jones has this fibula issue. They're going to Jacksonville, where they haven't won since 2014. On the other hand, you have the Kansas City Chiefs hosting the Houston Texans this weekend. Kansas City has lost the tiebreaker so far to Buffalo, to Jacksonville, to the Chargers in their own division. And then, of course, they beat the Colts, 2 weeks ago. So, Rez, do you think that these teams can turn their seasons around and save face?
I mean, what were the 3 teams you mentioned? Sorry.
The Chiefs and the Colts are the 2. Yeah.
Chiefs and Colts. So I think the Colts are about to have a rough stretch because I know they got us.
And they got Seattle next week.
Seattle next week. And then who do they have week 17?
The Texans.
So that's going to be 3 tough games in a row, especially coming out the first 2. Even if you came into the last one strong, so they're gonna have a struggle. It seems like they're getting injured, on defense. Of course, you mentioned Daniel Jones. We know Sauce Gardner's gone, and Mooney Ward got hurt. I want to say either last week or the week before. So they're not at full strength the way that they were. The linebacker core is still the linebacker core. The D line still the D line, but they're losing people at key spots. The Chiefs are the Chiefs. I think if we were to say one that we would expect has a better chance of Brink coming back, it will be the Chiefs. But it's literally lose one game and you're done for the Chiefs. So I don't know if the Chiefs have a better chance than the Colts, is what I'll say.
All right, so what you say, Jack, the Colts and the Chiefs, are they falling off or are they going to be able to turn this around?
Well, as an Eagles fan, I want to believe that I was right at the top of the year when I said the Chiefs would not make it to the playoffs. So I'm going to go ahead and stick with that. I think the Chiefs are going to go ahead and lose again once they have another away game. And then, we'll be there. But I don't know, because right now, the way that everything is looking, to me right now today, right, just today, if we're looking at all these teams across the board, I don't even think there's anybody that's just a clear-cut better than anybody in the league right now. I don't think we have a best team in the league today, right now. All the teams are kind of just anybody can get it. So I can't say the Colts, they're falling off or whatever. We're currently on the 3-game lose streak. So it's I can't really say who's gonna do what. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, me personally, I did the Chiefs wouldn't make it, so I'm just gonna stick with that. I think that based off of the records, Colts should pick up steam and get back to what they was doing.
Yeah. So this game in Jacksonville is going to be so crucial because, like we just mentioned it, they go to Seattle next week. It's in Seattle. They go to Seattle next week. Then they play the 49ers. Then they play the Texans. That's a lot going on. Yeah. So if they lose to Jacksonville this weekend, they might just lose out, to be honest with you. That's the problem, because Jacksonville has the number 1 rush defense in the league, and you're relying on Daniel Jones with a messed up leg. You need his legs because Daniel Jones without his legs is useless. So that's true. That's problem number 1. As far as the Chiefs go, luckily for them, the AFC North is probably only going to get 1 team in, so they don't have to worry about that. But the crazy part about all this, guys, the Miami Dolphins sit 1 game behind Kansas City. That's nuts considering where this season started. But last thing, sorry, Jack, Rez, we are so close to my scenario. We got Duke and Virginia in the ACC title game. The ACC could get left completely out of the playoffs. I don't know, man. I don't know if college football wants this.
So how would the ACC be left out of playoffs? That's the part I think I keep
Okay, so
I understand that Notre Dame, Miami issue.
Right.
Why wouldn't the ACC champion get in?
So contrary to popular belief, saying it's not. So in the 14 playoff, usually it was your 4 out of your Power 5 conferences that got the spots. Now with the 12-team playoff, your top 5 conferences get an automatic berth. So with that being said, Big 10 champions in, SEC champions in, Big 12 champions in. Now you got your G5, so we're going to go with the winner of Tulane, North Texas. If Duke wins the ACC, they have 5 losses. You know what I'm saying? They would be 8-5 as the ACC champion. And if James Madison beats Troy tomorrow night, you got James Madison as the Sun Belt champion sitting there at 12-1. So the question is, do you put 8-5 Duke over a 12-1 James Madison just because Duke's in the ACC.
Isn't that how they normally do it though? Like the bigger name normally gets it.
Yes, that's normally how it goes, but they don't have 5 losses.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's tough. So Miami is out right now. Notre Dame is out right now because they moved Alabama up. You know, so in front of Notre Dame. So now Alabama plays Georgia on Saturday in the SEC title game. The experts think that Bama's in, win or lose. You know what I'm saying? I don't, but
it is Alabama, and they got that kind of pull because of the name. So
right. Now where it gets tricky is the Big 12 championship game, because if BYU wins, they're in. People think Texas Tech still gets in because their only loss so far was with their backup quarterback. But if Texas Tech wins, BYU's eliminated. So the question is, what happens if BYU and Bama lose? Now that's where you potentially get that Notre Dame Miami scenario.
Okay. So right now, as everything stands, is Texas A&M the pick for like the national championship? Like,
no, as it stands right now, Ohio State is the pick for the national championship.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they haven't lost. They haven't given up 20 points this year. So, you know, when they play Indiana on Saturday, they're playing against the Heisman hopeful Fernando Mendoza. We'll see how it goes. You know, we'll just have to see how it goes. But, you know, you could think of the college football playoff as a tournament if you want to, but there is nothing on this earth like the John Cena tournament.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We got LA Knight against Gunther. And I'm still trying to figure out what Jey Uso said to Jackie the other day.
He was rapping the song, wasn't he?
He said, get out my face. I don't want to talk right now.
He said, ooh.
No, but he was talking before when she was running up. He was already like,
yeah, he was just talking to himself, like, man, I don't know what's going on right now.
He was like, you ain't Roman, bro.
Mad.
You ain't Roman, bro.
He's just mad right now, bro.
Let my encouragement.
So, is there any world that LA Knight wins this match?
Yeah.
Based off of the wrestling super fans, no. Apparently, LA Knight is not liked by Triple H.
Yeah. You know, I think that's the move. Like, it has to be LA Knight, but like I keep saying, I know I've said it, and I apologize for saying it again, but Gunther was the one that had Goldberg's last match. So I don't know if they're trying to do this Gunther kills the legends guy. Like, you remember Randy Orton was the legend killer back in the day? Yeah, so I don't know if they're trying to set that up for Gunther where, like, you're the final boss that these guys. But then I read a couple of minutes ago that match, John Cena's match, is actually going to open Saturday night's main event, not close it.
It is. Right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's the first match.
That's nuts.
I think LA Knight versus John Cena is definitely the way it should go, for sure. But I don't know, because I don't know if they want LA Knight to just get this push or what. Like, it's the thing is, what do you do after LA Knight beats John Cena? Do you still avoid him getting title shots? You know what I mean? Like,
and at that point, the cream rose to the top, right? Cream City. But
before we go on though, like, I want to back up a little bit, because one of my issues with the John Cena tournament was, like, okay, so they got John Cena the Intercontinental title, right?
Right.
He beat Dom, got the Intercontinental title. There's a Cena tournament that's going to, his final match could be an Intercontinental match in which the person who wins the match is actually getting a title shot. It would have been a perfect setup. Instead, they had him win the title from Dom, and then his next fight against Dom, he lost the title.
Yeah, it was really... So now, what they could have used to launch the next great guy, it's just a match just starting Saturday night. It doesn't, like, I think there's a missed opportunity here. I don't know.
I agree. And that's why I feel like if you were going to take the Intercontinental, or if you were going to have him win the Intercontinental title, then this would have been the moment where the tournament is even better. You have matches, and then potentially, even if John Cena won the final match, You know what I'm saying? Somebody like Javon Evans or, Carmelo could have been in that spot Saturday night's main event, regular TV in front of the whole world, being exposed. And even if Cena won, it's like, oh, hey, like I always talk about Sting and Ric Flair, how, Sting took Ric Flair to the 45-minute draw. He didn't win the world title that night, but we were like, ooh, Sting is next.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they could have had that moment. So I'm going to ask you guys, should John Cena have lost the title?
No. But the reason that he lost, the reason he lost it is because that was Liv's return. I think they wasted that. They should have just waited for her to come back. They wasted it. It was
they could have gave the tag titles and brought Liv back. That'd have made more sense.
Yeah, they could have.
They should have just have Liv come back and jump on Roxanne. That's what they should have did.
Well, I think the thing is they could have had Roxanne and Raquel get the tag titles. Then while they were about to lose, Liv could have came out, helped them win it. And then when Roxanne hands her the title, like, here, you can have it back. Then Liv gives her the title back, like, hey, no, you're good. We're good.
Yeah,
which we saw on Raw, which we did see on Raw,
but that was a fake version of it. I don't think that was a real.
It was, yeah. So as far as the John Cena tournament goes, when we get to the very end, is having him go first the right move?
No,
because I feel like people are just going to turn the channel after that.
He should definitely close Saturday night's main event, but like you said, it is what it is. I don't know what the execs are doing or what they're thinking, but
so what do you guys think about this? Should they have had Braun Breaker be in that tournament and be the one to fight John Cena in the last match?
It sounds to me like they really didn't have a plan for this. It just sounds like because they could have used it again. They could have used it to solidify somebody that is the next guy, or did something really cool with the title.
Yeah,
and they did neither.
They gave him the title, and it was just like, all right, well, let's give it back to Dom.
let's push Gunther. Like, is that what? Like, it can't be that, can it?
It can't be that because he's already been at the top of the mountain. He's already been you know what I mean? So I don't know.
So him winning that and not having anything, where does he go?
And we didn't even get to the worst part. We didn't even get to the worst part of the tournament yet.
Oh yeah.
What?
They gave the Miz a redo.
They gave him Miz 2 matches.
I mean, they try to hide it with the Miz cheated his way back into the tournament or whatever. But I mean, I think the whole tournament
just
thing
brought somebody else up. Put Joe Hendry there.
Yeah, the tournament was hoopla, dog. And maybe Pinta was supposed to get this, but he got hurt.
I think it's supposed to be Pinta. I think it's supposed to be.
I don't think it was supposed to be Penta.
If it was supposed to be Pinta, then that makes sense.
Because he got hurt, and then Pinta beats Gunther, then Pinta beats LA Knight, then Pinta beats John Cena, and it's like, oh, Pinta's like that.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you could find someone else that either Cena has history with or that you could push that you could have replaced Penta with. Like, I mean, you didn't have to.
Oh, yeah, they didn't have to do the Miz again. Yeah, that was crazy.
Pull in Montez Ford.
Or Montez.
Maybe. But so where do you guys stand on run-ins? Because I saw a really good women's match the other night, and it just went awry real quick.
So
Cream City.
I think that I think that the problem is they've gotten so used to the whole epic. Raw has been ended like the last 6 weeks. Raw has ended with Braun and everybody constantly blah 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 blah. 1 million people come to the ring and oh shit OTC, and it's like, okay, now we gotta get back to let's have a real match. Match was good. We got the crowd chant.
Great match. Such a good match.
And 2-5 said this offline, but I think that the wrestlers need to have, maybe it was Rez I might have said, but the wrestlers need to have some kind of like, okay, wait, I know we were supposed to do this, but let's just let them finish the match. Instead of like, let's go with the plan and jumping in. Like, no, wait, the crowd is loving this. Let's see what happens.
Dog, they were chanting, "This is awesome." coming off of what many people believe to be the worst PLE in recent history.
Well,
like
recent.
I've heard, like I watched it from beginning to end. It was terrible.
And this Raw was supposed to be epic, right?
Right, and this Raw was supposed to be
Raw.
epic. That if that match ends that, even though because I thought it was a solid Monday Night Raw, if that match ends that Raw, it's like, oh, we back. We are so back. But instead, they decided to give us the third Liv Morgan appearance of the night because that's what the streets was screaming for. And I just want to say, is it called what, the IWC?
Yes.
Yeah.
Listen here, IWC. I don't know what Liv Morgan does for y'all in y'all spare time.
Well, I know what they do to Liv Morgan.
But I just started watching this again. I took a 15-year break from wrestling. Just started. What was the one thing that I said every single week, guys, about the women's division? It's the best division that they have. The best wrestlers that are in WWE are in the women's division, and they're interesting. I didn't know who Liv Morgan was.
And she definitely didn't help the clip.
This woman showed up and ruined an amazing show last night. And I got to read the IWC say, thank God Liv is back.
Hey, yo, what does the IWC stand for?
I don't know. I just started watching
Internet Wrestling Community.
Internet Wrestling Community. It's the worst community there is because they don't know what they're talking about. They scream for Liv. They jeer for Jey. And then you watch the TV and you see the crowd reactions, and it's like they still love Jey Uso, and Liv did not get the crowd applause that she was looking for. People were really looking at her like, why she got the mic so long?
Why is she here?
And I mean, I don't want to be that guy, but can we stop the "This is awesome" chants?
Oh, yeah, they do it at a lot of the bad times.
Can we stop the "You deserve it" chants?
I don't think they do it at bad times at all. I think it actually.
I just think they do it too much.
No, it was one match.
There's
that was
not
really
a lot
bad.
of hot shit for them to do it too much.
Yeah, it was a match I was watching that was really bad, and I remember them chanting, "This is awesome." I want to say it was one of the Cena matches, like 2 or 3 matches ago, and I was like, "This is not awesome. This is not awesome.
This is the opposite of awesome."
My name is The Miz, and I am awesome.
So as awesome as The Miz might be, what's not awesome is the way they're handling this mystery man.
Oh, listen.
Hey, look,
Do I need to go down my rabbit hole?
Yeah, go ahead.
Do it.
All right. So for those who watch Monday Night Raw, welcome back, IWC. We're glad to have you. For those who did watch Monday Night Raw, so you didn't know the end of the Survivor Series match, a War Games match, and the men's match was this random person hops into the cage. They're in all black and they have a ski mask on, which apparently ski masks have gotten much more see-through than it used to be in the past because like they just have it all the way over and you can just see so well. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, but person jumps into the ring, gives CM Punk Seth Rollins' stump on your face move, which I don't understand how it's a finishing move, but that's another thing for another day. Runs out of the match and Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes get into this like, I'm never gonna help you again. I just want you to know that. Hope you understand.
And I think Roman's gone until Christmas for real this time.
I definitely think he's not gone to Royal Rumble. I think he comes to Royal Rumble. But we get to Monday Night Raw, and one of the first things that the announcers are like, what happened? Who was that masked man that walked in? Came in the ring. And then you see Adam Pearce trying to talk to what's my guy? My name is Paul Heyman. Talk to Paul Heyman. Hey, Paul, what's the masked man? He's like, yeah, I don't know what that.
Yeah, he's like, I had to do that.
And then AJ Styles is like, yeah, I saw Seth Rollins. I know he ain't been cleared.
Right. So Adam Pearce is continually saying that. But like the people who are in the match, right? You think about, well, Cody wasn't on it. CM Punk. You think about all the Jey Uso. Every time they tried to ask one of the wrestlers about it, they just acted like it didn't matter. They didn't care. So I think the WCW, I think the WWE is actually trying to push the masked man thing to be more important. But I also think that there's a pushback happening from the wrestlers. That's like they didn't like that finish. So because Roman definitely didn't like it. It seemed like Roman and Cody had something that they figured out, and that WWE threw it off. So I don't know. What y'all think?
I agree with everything you just said. I also think that Cody and Roman have real life beef. Like, if you go back to the Ring of Honor thing where Cody was talking about Roman and, he was telling that Roman's hiding behind his vest, he's fat and he's failed drug tests and all this other stuff. I think that they really got
they went to Ring of Honor together?
Well, no, but there was a social media beef where Roman was talking crazy about Cody. And Cody, Cody on Ring of Honor was like, yeah, it's crazy. I thought that vest was protecting that flub you got underneath there and them failed drug tests.
And of course they know each other because Cody's dad, Dusty, trained Roman. He was a part of that. So, but I think for me, what was odd about it is usually when you see these moments like the mystery man and all this kind of stuff, usually there's at least one person that either figures out who the person is or thinks
there's a revealing.
And they're like a little shocked moment, and everybody just kind of went on about their business. Like he just came in, did his thing. CM Punk got pinned, and nobody tried to break it up. Like it was I don't even know.
They were low key mad. Like they did not like that.
You know what I'm saying? And then after the match, they had this thing like CM Punk. Like I learned today that CM Punk and Roman Reigns did the Zebros thing because
that was funny.
Apparently they were doing Voices in Zootopia together, so that's their bond. And
CM Punk was trying to break Roman, and it didn't work.
Yeah, he was trying to make him laugh. Yeah, and so then he tells Cody, "I'm never teaming with you again." And then CM Punk's mad because Cody elbowed him earlier in the match, and I'm like, "You ain't mad that this dude that you don't know just came in here and stomped you? You still y'all still talking about elbows? What about the dude that just put your head in the ground?"
Right.
I think the ending was supposed to be something completely different.
I definitely do.
And the stomp thing just ruined whatever ending CM Punk, Roman, Cody, whatever they had planned.
Yeah.
That mystery dude ruined their ending that they wanted to have.
Well, I think the mystery dude would have been a lot more effective if it happened before the match. You know what I mean? If we just see it happen in the back and then the good guys are down a guy.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And and then go from there. But I don't know what the hell they were doing. All I saw, was a bunch of dudes that were upset. Another set of dudes that felt like victims. Uh-oh. But we do know that blackness isn't victimhood.
Uh-oh. Talk to him, Jack.
So this topic, black victimhood, my blackness is not a designated weakness. It's strictly to the fact that even though we know that racism is real in our country, and even though we know that systemic racism has put black people at a disadvantage as far as the starting line goes, I feel like in 2025, being black is no longer your excuse to be sorry. You don't get to say, "Oh, this is not working out for me because I'm black and because the white man is keeping me down," or they want to help everybody else. So, it's just keeping a brother down. I don't subscribe to that. There's no reason for you to be sorry. And your excuse being that the man is holding you down or holding you hostage is just not going to suffice. I don't deal with it. I don't tolerate it. You know what I'm saying? People that ride around and, "Oh man, the cops are just going to kill us because, they just out to target us." Bro, exercise precaution, but don't sit up here and act like being black in America is just automatic. "Oh, they see me, I'm up, I'm down." It's just not gonna. But yeah, that's just my thing. I just get tired of hearing it. I get tired of hearing black men making excuses to be sorry. Either you're gonna make something work or you ain't. Either you're gonna turn yourself around or you ain't. Especially in this era of entrepreneurship that we're in, where everybody's opening a business and everybody's doing something. Dog, if you clean gutters, then get up, clean gutters, make business cards, go out here, go around your neighborhood, start getting it done. You know what I'm saying? You could do that every once in a while. People are gonna say your name, spread you out. If you know how to clean cars, it is nothing to start an interior cleaning business for cars. It is nothing.
OnlyFans is a thing. Cream City for everybody.
Cream City. Only fans Cream.
You know what you got, Rez?
I will say, I can understand the thought that, okay, well, you know, I want black people to be represented a certain way, right? And that's something that I care about, and that's something I invest myself in. And I don't care how other communities conduct themselves because I care about black people. But what we do have to recognize is that there will always be people in any walk of life who find excuses why things don't work for them. That's whether it's black people, whether it's white people. You got some Asians, I'm sure, even though that's not encouraged in their culture. Every culture has their, you know, slackers, their people who will make excuses. I'm never talking for them. You know, I'm never, you know, I don't want to exclude people, but I never want to talk for those people because I don't understand their experience. So I don't, whereas I do see people who make excuses, I just think that that's not confined to blackness is my only pushback.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that it gets into that whole boy cried wolf syndrome where, you know, there are things happening at times, but we talk about it so much and hear about it so much that we can't identify the actual situations that need that attention, you know, because everybody's a victim, you know, and you get to that point where if everybody's a victim, nobody's a victim.
Right.
And, you know, and that's where we get stuck, you know, because there are times that, you know, we have things like the Hair Act or whatever it is, where like we had to get laws passed so people could wear dreads and things like that at work, you know, so we've had things where, you know, people had to fight to be able to participate in certain things. Now, with that being said, those are the situations that require this attention. You know, like we have the data that shows that jobs aren't hiring you if your name is a certain thing.
Yeah.
We have those things. It exists. The problem is, for me, at least going back to Jack's point, that job didn't hire you. There's 800 more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think you just applied to one company and that was it in the first place.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's not everybody. Call out the people that need to be called out, but because something doesn't work out for you, don't automatically default to that.
Yeah, I can understand that. I can agree.
That's the way I look at it. You know what I'm saying? So, but, you know, all I know is if you don't remember anything else in life, you have to remember that the gig is the gig.
Yeah.
And where did I learn that, Rez?
Joe Budden Podcast.
So on the Joe Budden Podcast, Mark Lamont Hill, Joe Budden, and Ish, they were talking about this NBA player. I think it was a guy who's a pretty rich guy. Apparently, he owns like a shoe company of some sort, or a shoe design company of some sort. Was at a Kings game. He saw, was it tomorrow?
It was Zach LaVine.
Zach LaVine. So he sees Zach LaVine. He's criticizing Zach LaVine for not playing any defense. Apparently, they have a back and forth, and Zach LaVine ends up asking the guy to be ejected. Ish from the
Joe Budden Podcast.
It's always, so he starts having the conversation about why this was, you know, what they thought about it. You know, and Joe was saying that it's okay that he was getting him kicked out of the game. But Ish was saying, well, wouldn't that just be the gig being the gig, right? Wouldn't that just be, you know, people just dealing with what comes with where they work? So Ish starts making this argument that they were the same thing, and Joe was saying, no, it's not the same at all. But Ish was getting upset because I guess some stuff has been happening at the pod where he's been getting criticized publicly, or people have been saying things that he think are out of line. The point that they were making was that if somebody's on the internet and they're saying mean things to you, block them. You don't have to engage all of this. Right. If I'm at an NBA game and somebody's in my face screaming things at me, well, the way I block them so that I don't see them anymore is to get them out of the stadium.
Yeah.
It's not the same thing. And with the part that they left out that they didn't really get to was those NBA players already have those people blocked on the internet. They can block mean people on the internet.
Yeah.
But if they're standing in their face, like somebody saying a mean thing about Ish on Reddit, right? is not the same thing as somebody's standing in the grocery store while he's shopping with his daughter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like when Russell Westbrook had that dude.
Yeah.
That was, that dude was attacking him in, I want to say it was OKC.
Mm-hmm.
And Russ was like, "Hey, yo, like, get this man out of here. Because if I jump on him, then what?"
When the mouse of the palace.
Oh, was that the dude? Oh, that might. Yeah, the dude in Utah. That's what it was. Yeah.
I remember it was Westbrook. You know what I'm saying? And I just I didn't remember what game it was, but yeah, I just remember.
No, but see, so I'll be the devil's advocate here, even though, as Rajon will remind y'all, the devil does not be the advocate. But no, so I don't like the getting people kicked out of the arena thing. You know what I'm saying? Unless they are like really violating. Like if a dude is yelling at you, like, because I think the quote was, "We didn't come here to see you not play defense."
Yeah, it had to be more than that.
I don't think it had to be more than that. But just going off of what was reported, I don't agree with kicking a fan out for something like that. That does come with the territory. There is booing and things like that these people paid their money. Now I don't get the point of paying your money just to make a lot of noise to, do all that stuff, but you have the right to do that. Now, if they calling you slurs, they talking about your family, they're talking about fighting you or hurting you or things along those lines, get them out of there. But if they're just telling you play defense or you're a bum or you suck or you should go back to OKC, whatever they might say to you, then you need to suck that up. Because I know there was the thing that happened with LeBron. I forgot what the lady had said to him, but there was the game in Indiana a couple of years ago where the meme where he's walking over with the ref to get her out of there. I don't know. I don't remember what she said to him.
I forgot. It was petty. It was petty. I forgot what it was though.
And that's what I'm saying. Like that's why people call them soft, because when you go back and look at players like, say, Jim Brown, or whatever, and what the fans might have been saying to them, and then you come back with, "Hey, yo, this dude just keeps hassling me," and it's, man, just run up and down the court, bro.
It's a very fine line.
It is.
It's a very fine line. So I think that overall, talk stupid, play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
That triggers me.
We can say that they're soft, but at the end of the day, if you're in the stadium and you're over here like just saying mean things, I don't even want to come up with a sentence right now.
Well, I mean, the dude's on the corner saying mean things.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying like crazy stuff, like, I don't know, F your mom for having you. You suck at basketball.
A dude on the court is saying that to you.
Yeah, but he's also playing me. He's here to play. It's different. You're a fan on the sideline telling me my mom ain't shit because she gave birth to me, and this is the worst basketball you've ever seen played.
You should have never brought Delonte West around your mama. Oh, never mind.
Oh, that's crazy. It's just, I just feel like, depending on what it is, get him out of here. Because if I jaw jack you in the face, then it's going to be, oh, let me sue him for assaulting me. But you decided that you can say every word in the English language to me. But the minute I react, now all of a sudden you got a lawsuit on your hand because I got $1 million in my pocket.
Right.
That's all I'm going to say about that. Ish being mad is just Ish being mad. So whatever, dog. Like, he just like to be a joke.
Yeah. So what do you guys think about dating your friend's ex, whether you have their blessing or not? Is that a thing? Would that be a thing?
I think there's levels.
Okay.
So if it was a serious relationship, and like this is serious to me, is I'm taking her out, showing her to my boys, we're hanging out publicly, you know what I'm saying? She may or may not have met a parent, a brother, sister, family member of some sort. Hell, in today's world, a picture on the internet. We put a picture up together. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's been broadcasted, like this is my girl, then yeah, I think it should be off limits. However, if you meet Jane and your best friend Rick smashed Jane 3 years ago and nobody knew about it, I don't think that that's something that you need to get a blessing on. It's just like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's just work versus your girl.
stuff happens. You meet people. You got different parallels in life. You know what I'm saying? Like the Jane that he met 3 years ago is not the Jane that I'm dating at this moment.
So is this? So you mean with getting clearance or without getting clearance? Because I'm trying to make sure I'm answering the right question.
So this is without clearance.
Okay,
because with clearance, I don't think there's any rules. If you get clearance, you get clearance.
So your girl, I think the girl you hit once or twice, and your wife, right? So that I'm going to take it there. If somebody dated my ex-wife, I wouldn't have a problem with it, right? Because like it wouldn't be weird. But if it was like my homeboy, like my best friend, if he dated my ex-wife, I think that's weird.
Right. Because we're close. Because we're friends. I should not be dating your
ex-wife. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's weird. Because it's like, bro, you were together with me.
Yeah.
With her.
So
it's like
you saw
plotting on me, boy.
Yeah, like it just brings up weird questions and scenarios. And even though it might not be true, you might not have never looked at her like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's just a fact. Like you saw me go through that whole divorce. So it's like you know who he was going through.
So for me, like without trying to sound like ish, I guess.
No.
I don't want no parts of no girl that you've been with, period. I don't care if you only slept with her once. I don't care if y'all kissed one time. I don't care if y'all held hands around the park. I don't want no parts of her. I would never just that's just how I am, because I'm selfish like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not that a woman is a possession, but that's my shit.
Your woman is your possession.
Like, yeah, like no, I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying, but like I don't want no parts of that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want anything that could potentially lead to drama, you know, first of all. You know what I mean? Second of all, like she was involved with you.
Yeah.
You know, stay over there. But here's a different spin, or here's a different way. What if, hypothetically speaking, and I know that like Mark Lamont Hill and them had this kind of conversation at one time. What if something happened to your significant other? And do you think that it would be possible for you to get caught slipping and date one of their friends?
Oh, okay. So if your wife dies and you date her best
right.
friend. Okay.
Because
because think about go ahead, Rez. My bad.
No, I was just thinking like usually those are people that like really try to help you get through like hard times. So those be the first people that would be around. Those be the person like if something would happen to Toya, God forbid anything should happen to Toya.
Right.
But like the people that would come and support me and help me would probably be her sister, would be like really close friends of mine. And like there is a possibility, like I would never again.
Right.
It's sort of like it never hit me before, but it just hit me while we were talking about it. Like those are people that have the most access to you.
Yeah,
you know, like those people that you talking to, who are coaching you, they're loving on you, and like not in a physical way,
right,
an emotional you know way, like the way you fall in love with people. Like
it's
if you
just like that
movie
that we were just talking about, Regretting You. It literally happened. Her husband died, and then her sister died, and then the husband of her sister and her ended up kicking it. And it was like, we're grieving together, but in the same time, we're connecting off of trying to, you know, and it just happened.
Yeah, it just made me think of that because that's something that, you know, like Lindsay just randomly told me one day, like if something happened to me and you hook up with so-and-so, like, I'm gonna haunt you forever. Like I'm coming to get you.
Yeah, I mean, and I think a lot of the times we forget about the real human experience, and you got to also remember, like before all this internet stuff, you know what I mean? You just had intimate connections, so it's not like it was, oh yeah, I've been looking at your pictures on IG and all this other stuff. It's just, dang, like my wife died, and my sister-in-law's been coming over and helping me with the kids, and we just been kicking it and doing this all this, and it's just like it happens, you know what I mean? Like it's just a genuine connection. It's not no freak stuff that people would try to make it out to be.
Right.
People grieving together, and that grievance
is a
is
bonding.
where y'all find a bond.
Because I know Mark was going off about like his wife, like if he were to be the one that goes, and then his wife hooking up with his friend, like that really set him off. Like, you know what I'm saying? And
It's not thinking.
No, because like even like y'all know how I feel with Toya.
Right.
And like that's why that sort of just hit me in the forehead. Like, oh, Dip, like how would you feel like that? I would feel awful. I would never want Toya to do that. But if something would happen to me, like I wouldn't want Toya to get with my best friend. That would not be cool.
Right.
But it would.
But ain't nothing you could do about it. Yeah.
And I'd be dead.
Right.
That too. I mean, if you've seen the movie Pearl Harbor with Ben Affleck, you know, another fantastic film. Same thing happens. Ben dies. His girl ends up hanging out with his best friend because they just lost the most important person in both their lives.
Both of their lives, yeah.
Right.
And it's like, hey, remember this, remember that? And then slowly but surely it goes from remember this to, man, you really been here for me. Man, you really a cool person. And
right. Now we kiss in the mouth.
Yeah, and you know what? Like, and you know what? I really, really, really hate that. You know what I mean? But I also hate carry-on bags. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why you people need to go through the airport with all these. What? Y'all do this every time. I don't know why y'all got to go through the airport.
Tell us what it was.
My man said I hate carry-on bags.
So random.
I love this. I love it because every time you hate something,
don't ever
it's like
tell us you cannot tell us what the thing that you hate is anymore. You gotta every time.
Dog. All right, look, real quick.
Okay,
when
that was
good.
good.
When you said I hate carry-ons,
I thought it was a
carry-on conversation.
I thought it was like a person named Carry On. Like Carry On Cross.
I thought he meant like I hate when we talk about, you know, my favorite color is green, and I tell you why green is the best, and then 3 days later, I'm still sending you green stuff. I thought he meant like carrying on.
I thought he meant the person Carry On. Carry On Cross.
I just don't know. I just don't know why you need all
these. Go ahead, bro.
I just don't know why you need all these bags to fly. You know what I mean? Like, you flying from San Antonio to Atlanta, like a 2.5, 3 hour flight. You got 4 bags, a laptop. You know, you got like teddy bears and like all this shit. And why don't you go sit in the back of the plane? So we could get off the plane and get on with our lives. Because some of us, we might have a backpack, something real small or whatever the case may be. But if you need all that shit, you can buy it when you land. You know what I'm saying? You don't need your lotion on the plane with you. You know what I'm saying? You don't need your jewelry on the plane with you. That's what you have your main bag for. And I know you might be afraid that somebody's going to lose your luggage, but take your ass to the store and buy a toothbrush if you need to. Like, I don't understand why you feel the need and entitlement to make everybody else around you wait. And then you lugging around babies and crying, and we try to get off the plane. We trying to get off the damn plane. We got places to go. We got flights to, change over to, and we ain't got a lot of time to get to the other side of the airport. If you're somewhere like Hartsfield or Denver or DFW, we don't got time to get around.
Oh man, that is funny.
We don't got time to get around the airport while you struggling to get your bags down. And it's always some little 5 foot nothing reaching up, can't get it, and I gotta grab your bag for you. And I don't even mind. Why are you like this? I'm a nice guy, but the point is,
oh my god. Oh man,
this is funny.
I feel so attacked.
Like, what do you need all those bags for? What's in the bags?
Dog. So when I went to South Carolina, I didn't have any check-in bags. I brought my laptop. And I put another bag. And I was the guy that had to bring.
Just wasting everybody's time.
Oh man, $2.5 is because the carry-on is free.
The carry-on is free.
So you get a free carry-on, and then you get a free personal bag. So my laptop backpack.
But what do you need it for?
This man hates
carry-on.
You're not using it. You're sitting in a chair.
It's because it's free. I don't want to pay $60 to put my bag on the plane. So I want to bring my bags with me.
How long did you go to South Carolina for?
One night.
One night. You don't need all them damn bags. All you did was hold everybody else up from their destination.
This guy.
It's funny.
That's all you did.
It's funny because I genuinely didn't really need the bags. I mean, I used it to carry my books. You know what I'm saying? I did use it to carry my book. But, yeah, I guess that's true. My bad, man. 2.5 hates carry-on
I hate
bag.
carry-ons. You know what I mean? But I love health. You know, health is wealth.
Health is definitely wealth.
That's right.
Let me tell you guys something. As a personal guy who has been always into his health, always into fitness, you know what I'm saying? Even the times where I fall off, I'm still ready to give people advice on, hey, look, if you do this, you do this. Like, for instance, right? I got a couple of friends that got, you know, their hair ain't hairing. So, you know, I tell them,
I'm
like,
not one of them.
Lots of berries can help you out. You know what I'm saying? It's been proven. If you utilize a lot of berries, it'll help you get your hair back. But, you know, some people don't want to believe that. You know, I tell people ashwagandha is going to help you with stress relief. You know what I mean? Yeah, it tastes like ass. However, ashwagandha, you know, it's an herb. You can get it from your local Whole Foods, et cetera, et cetera. But different things, man. She legit ashwagandha. There's so many of them, dog.
She
like,
legit.
She legit
to quit.
Matter of fact, hold up. Let me see if I got. Oh, dang, that's crazy. This was not planned, but I got a whole list of them, right? So you got black seed oil that helps you out with mucus. Moringa's got vital vitamins. Burdock roots got minerals. Alkaline water is alkaline water. We already know that's what you should be drinking. Also, if you can prevent it, stop drinking plastic water bottles. I showed y'all one earlier. They have microplastics in them. However, we've been drinking them for so long that more than likely, you know, you have the mindset where it ain't hurt me this far, so I'm going to keep doing it.
Aquapana.
Ashwagandha, stress relief. She legit is minerals. Ormus pushes toxins out of your body. So if you're doing a detox, you can use some Ormus. It'll get the toxins out. You know what I'm saying? Outside of that, my whole thing is health is wealth, y'all. And I think that people really don't think about this, right? Obviously, you don't want to be drinking sodas and all this other stuff because it's not just soda. You know what I'm saying? It's the syrup, the sugar, the carbonation.
It's the fact that you can put the shit on your car battery and get rid of the corrosion.
That should be a very big indicator that you probably should put in your body. And a lot of y'all don't realize this because, oh, man, I feel great. Dog, once you hit your 30s, your body is going to start doing things that it couldn't do. A lot of the times, you know, people don't realize this, but yo, when's the last time you sat on the ground? When's the last time you got on the floor and was just like, you know what, let me just be on the floor? That's why people end up getting old and they fall down and they hurt themselves. So their body is not used to going down that far anymore because I'm not a child. I don't need to be on the floor. You should make a conscious effort to put yourself on the ground at a regular rate just to get your body used to it, picking your body back up. Just activate your body. There's a lot of muscles that we don't utilize as adults. You know what I'm saying?
On the ground.
Yeah,
I'm so serious. It sounds goofy, I know, but I'm serious.
Get on the ground.
Get on the ground.
Grab the blueberries.
Get it on the floor. Get it on the floor.
Grab the blueberries.
Get on the ground.
Crush them on. Put on your head.
But no, seriously, man. A lot of y'all want to lose weight, and you think you got to do these drastic, these crazy diets and
Ozempic.
Ozempic, bro.
Zempies.
You don't want the Ozempic Volva either.
Nah. Let's talk about Ozempic. Ozempic, right? It's the big thing that everybody's using to lose weight, right? Because it's so fast, it's so rapid, and it works. I just want everybody to know out there, Ozempic is nothing but a hunger suppressor. That's it. It doesn't make you lose weight at a fast pace. It doesn't make you do anything. It suppresses your need to eat. That's it. It's not a permanent solution because the chemicals that you're putting in your body cause nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, constipation. In some cases, people are getting stomach paralysis. Some people are having their esophagus. Yes, their esophagus is not closing, so you're getting rapid heartburn, and it's getting to the point where it doesn't close off to your stomach. So people are having they're actually spitting up bile because it's doing something to the closure from your esophagus to your stomach. And it also is giving people gallbladder issues. All right. And then, of course, the new term is skinny but sick. Because if you notice, a lot of people that use Ozempic, they don't look good. They don't look like they lost the weight in a good way. You look like you're torturing yourself. You get real skinny. You got the CM Punk eyes that are real puffy. So it's just
it's the sleepiest man in America.
Yeah. And then you got to think, most people who stop Ozempic, they regain all the weight. And often they gain more weight because the medication suppresses the appetite, but not your habits. So, dog, I could literally go on a tangent for real. But all I'm going to say is don't jump on these fads to lose weight. Consistency is always key. Whether you're losing 3 pounds a week, 1 pound, it doesn't matter. Just get out, get active. You can go and walk for 30 minutes a day, and it is going to give you so much more satisfaction than sitting over here injecting yourself and feeling like crap so you don't eat.
Yes.
Radical Jack.
Okay. All right, Radical Jack. Thank you for that. There's a lot of people that needed to hear that.
Some people don't know this, but when your partner wants to lose weight, a lot of the reasons why they can't is because they don't feel supported. And a lot of people get discouraged easily because everybody doesn't have the same drive and motivation. So if your partner is interested in losing weight, sometimes words are not necessary. Sometimes it's just action. So instead of saying, hey, you were supposed to go to the gym, or hey, you said you weren't going to eat this, get into it with them. Hey, you know what? I know you said you wanted to lose such and such. This week, let's not eat out at all. This week, let's cook everything. It doesn't have to be a quote unquote healthy meal. You can just cook something at home. It's automatically better than you going to fast food.
Let's go get some fresh air.
Let's go get some fresh air. Let's go for a walk. Go walk around the area. You know what I'm saying? Walk around your neighborhood. See what's going on. See what's new. See if there's any new neighbors. Just
and above all else, if nothing else works, just take her to Cream City. That's a thing. You got to take them to Cream City.
Take her to Milwaukee.
Get some cardio.
Take her to Cream City. Hey, you know what? It does burn calories. It does actually burn calories. The action,
and it helps headaches too.
It's true. It's true.
It is headache reliever.
If you have a headache, it's a great headache.
So all y'all intelligent women out there
who get
stop telling your man that you got a headache if you ain't willing to work it out.
I got the medicine for your headache.
I got the
biggest migraine
in the world.
That's right.
Come here. I got something that can help that.
But hey, we're just here to give you advice and lead you down the right path. That's it,
That's it.
And while we're leading you on the right path, we have to celebrate milestones. The Xbox 360 is 20 years old.
20 years old.
Yes, it is.
How about that?
We're almost getting to that time, y'all. But if you played the 360, did y'all play the 360?
Yes. I still play 360 games from time to time on my Xbox One as well.
Okay.
Fight Night.
I had a day one Xbox One. I've actually had all the Xboxes. I've had Xbox, except for when they started doing the minor editions, so Xbox Series S1, that kind of thing. But I had the Xbox, I had Xbox 360, Xbox One, and now I have Xbox Series X. So I've had all of them. But yeah, I'm a big Xbox fan.
Nice. My thing that I miss about the 360 is that 25 often says, such and such might be the greatest of all time, but this guy is the best. And I'd say that the greatest console of all time is the PlayStation 2, but the best console is the 360. The 360 took everything we loved about the PlayStation, the online, and all that kind of stuff, the graphics, blah, blah, blah. The 360 elevated it, and online gaming became legit online gaming with the Xbox 360. Halo, Call of Duty, man, those rooms that we were in where people were really getting in there, calling you anything that they could before you can block people and have all the chat bots watching everything. Dog, if you weren't built for it, you weren't going to make it because you was talking, hey, when you got in them chat rooms, the people saying whatever they wanted. It didn't matter who you were. And everybody knows the biggest word of all internet time was the N-bomb. They dropped that on you in a New York minute, and, you know, it is what it is, man. It was the best of times or the worst of times. Shout out to Microsoft.
You know, I have to say I'm a Nintendo 64 kind of guy. You know, 007. You know
GoldenEye.
Yeah, No Mercy, those type of games. Like, but what exactly is a New York minute?
It's a quicker minute than
people say that, and I have no idea what that means.
It's quicker minute. It's like
New York is supposed to be speedy.
So was Halo your go-to 360 game?
Yeah, definitely. Halo 3 and Call of Duty Modern Warfare definitely had to be the biggest games that were played. Especially Halo, man. Halo was crazy back then. Halo 3 is still the best one.
So Halo's an interesting game for me. Like, so I realized when Halo 2 came out is when I realized that I have some kind of motion sickness thing. So like the first one, it was first person. It wasn't first person. You could see the person for like in the game in Halo 1. Halo 2, you're inside the thing and it's first person. And that's like I couldn't play because on the first Halo, the only time you were like that is when you were in the spaceship thing and you were flying. Outside of that, like you were good. In the second Halo, it was a lot more going inside the spaceship thing, and like I would always get sick playing the game, so I couldn't play Halo after that. But mine would have been 2K, like the 2K series. I like the NBA 2K because that was NBA
That's
2K,
when they started whooping live.
NFL 2K,
Yeah.
like NFL 2K and NFL 2K. NFL 2K was so much better than Madden 360.
It
NFL
was.
2K. Oh my God, it's ridiculous.
It was.
But yeah, I digress. That was my go-to game.
And I apologize in advance, Riz, because I realized just now that we never got to the LeBron topic. But what I didn't forget is, what's your favorite Jay-Z line?
Oh man.
So
as the resident Jay-Z fan, it is Jay-Z's birthday, December 4th. You know, he was born to Gloria Carter and Agnes Reeves, who made Love Under a Sycamore Tree, which made him a more sicker MC, and his mama would claim at something pounds when he was born, he didn't give her pain. Anyway, my favorite Jay-Z line is from the song Lucky Me. And it's people see you in the streets, pretend to be friendly, but I know any type of success breeds envy. I know in the back of your mind you're conjuring ways to end me, leave my friends in a circle pouring out Henny, but Jesus, heaven bound, so how I'm going to receive anything y'all throw to the ground next time, throw it up. That's my favorite Jay-Z line.
Damn. I said a line and you came through with the paragraph.
Hey, man,
That's my favorite Jay-Z. That's my favorite Jay-Z line.
All right, what you got, Jack?
I got a lot of them, but my favorite Jay-Z line is Bueller had a Mueller, so I switched it for a Millie because I'm richer. And prior to this shit, I was moving freebase. Like, I love that line because it's just bragging. Like, it's bragging for no reason.
And the wordplay.
Yeah.
The wordplay and the bragging, like, bro, like, dog, half the time people don't even know what a Mueller is. They definitely don't know what a Millie is. Yeah. And then to turn around and be like, yeah, Richard Pryor too. Shout out to him. Like, yeah, wordplay. Like that's my thing. I love hip hop for wordplay. If you don't do that, I'm probably gonna tell you suck. So
for sure.
Yeah, my favorite Jay-Z line is, with the weight of the world on my shoulders, that's why they call me Hova. I'm far from God, but I work goddamn hard. That's my favorite Jay-Z line. And then last thing, since we're talking about, happy birthday, Jay. What's your favorite Jay-Z song?
Ooh.
See, you didn't.
My favorite Jay-Z song is "Lucky Me."
Well, I just figured like there's a go-to song that, like, if you're like, I want to listen to.
I had a go-to song that I go to. It's probably "Heart of the City." That's probably what I listen to the most.
The Jay-Z song I probably
break up.
Yeah. Now they got a problem with Hov.
my favorite Jay-Z song of all time. Like if I couldn't say "Lucky Me," is "Song Cry." I think "Song Cry" is so well written. It's emotion. Like I remember when I was going through my first "Song Cry" is when I realized I was gonna get divorced.
Mm-hmm. Damn, that's tough.
Like I remember sitting in my car. It was the live version, the unplugged version, and Jaguar Wright singing background, and the song is just hitting. I'm like, the first time I heard it, it hit me, but when I heard that version of it, I remember I sat in the car and I was just like, dang, it's really over. Like I really am not gonna be there no more.
My favorite Jay-Z song is "Where I'm From."
And nice.
Yeah, as soon as that beat comes on, no matter where I am, I just stop whatever I'm doing. And, it's just one of the, Jack would say it's a New York bias. I would just say it's great music. But
well, we're talking about Jay-Z. It's okay to have a New York bias. It's just when you start talking about Stacks, Bundles, and other trash artists.
Hey, we not doing that tonight. We not doing that tonight. R.I.P. Raekwon.
Hey, if I didn't pick "Song Cry," my other Jay-Z song that I would pick would be 22 Twos.
22 Twos is so good.
That's a great one. That's a great one.
It's fire.
I like Never Change as well. That's one of my
Never Change is really good.
One of my big, and of course we talked about Blueprint 2 offline. That was my favorite song of the whole beef, even though I'm a Nas fan.
Yeah, Blueprint 2. Meet the Parents. Meet the Parents might be one of the most underrated Jay-Z songs of all times.
That might be true.
That song is so good.
Since we're here, what's your favorite album?
My favorite Jay-Z album. So my favorite Jay-Z album is In My Lifetime Volume 1.
That's my favorite too.
That's my favorite Jay-Z album. Everybody talks about Reasonable Doubt, but the songs on Volume 1, for me, pound for pound, I take them over any other Jay-Z album. And the songs they hit so hard. And then of course, the Puffy songs are on there too. Like, I know, but girls, like, I get it. You didn't like Sunshine. I understand.
Oh, I love
those two songs. You do?
Yeah, I love Sunshine.
Yeah, but
Sunshine.
And Babyface still does it at the show.
I have to say that the Blueprint is the best Jay-Z album, dog. Like,
it's amazing.
I do think it's the best, but
it's not my favorite.
My favorite is Volume 1.
Yeah, that's true. I did ask you what your favorite, but that's my favorite album, though. I love the Blueprint.
Yeah, Blueprint's an amazing album.
No,
and you would have come up around that time. Like that was,
I liked all them songs that everybody hate. Like, you belong to the city.
I love that song. The City Is Mine.
I love that song, man.
I love City Is Mine. You know what I didn't like? Barry Bonds.
I like Barry Bonds when
What's your least favorite Jay-Z song?
I like
the least favorite Jay-Z song is
Haters.
That
was not it.
That's actually no. I don't mind that. You niggas is haters.
Not it, Jay.
How much I hate it lately. Kiss girls like Katy Perry.
Terrible line. That's
my least favorite Kanye. That's Kanye's line, so it's okay.
Yeah.
My least favorite Jay-Z song is On to the Next One.
Really?
Yeah. I hate that song. Is so annoying.
I like On to the Next One. I hated the beat for On to the Next One.
That's probably what it is. Yeah, that's probably what it is. It might be the beat. It's annoying.
Yeah. What beat?
Don't you do it.
You better not say Jigga what. I will come find you.
Whoa. It better not be. It's Jay-Z and Kid Capri.
It's Change Clothes.
Oh, yes, that's
Pharrell.
A great one.
Dog, back to your Pharrell hate. Dog, back to your Pharrell hate.
Pharrell, I promise you, no substitutes.
Hey, viewers, I do not have the Pharrell hate that this guy has. I don't know what it is.
No, speaking of that, Pharrell, I brought this up before. That original "Excuse Me, Miss," get that out of here.
Excuse me. Ooh.
Yeah, get that out of here.
Actually, to be honest,
what?
You get can interchange them. I hate both of them songs.
Hold that up right now.
You don't like the "Excuse Me, Miss" beat?
No, I don't like the song at all.
Can I take you?
I I like the remix for the Bad Boys.
You already
2
know what
soundtrack.
it's hitting for, Ma. I got whatever outside, and you know what it's hitting for. 50-50 Benjis with the S dots kicking on. Only bring a nigga, S dots caught announced. Only bring a nigga more. Only thing missing is a missus. You ain't got to use 2 dishwashers. No, sorry. You ain't got to, you ain't even got to do 2 dishes. Got 2 dishwashers. I got 1 chef, 1 maid. All I need is a partner to play spades with the cards up. All trust. Who else you gonna run with? The truth is us. The only dudes moving units, Pimp Juice and us. It's the rockin' hair, Maybach outside, got rocks in air. PJ on the runway, young guy air. I don't go to the airport, I call it the Clearport. Therefore, you don't want to hear more back and forth about who's hotter. It's Young Holla. Stop playing with me. You don't like that song?
No, I don't. And all I got to say in reply, all I got to say in reply is I'm letting everybody know, don't confuse me with Marbury out this bitch. If you run a movie at the light, you could lose your life.
You'll lose your life. Yes. Yes.
Look, bro, I'm not going to sit here and say that song is the worst, but Change Clothes is trash.
Change Clothes is trash. Yeah.
Change Clothes is trash.
Change clothes,
then go.
That's not a great beat.
They used to haunt me with that song on 106 in Park.
Like, Change Clothes is like when I heard Eminem after the Eminem show.
Oh man.
Girl, I promise you.
You know what I'm saying? I will say the things that Joe Budden won't say.
Yeah. I mean, you can also, dog, I ain't gonna lie. Show Me What You Got is pretty terrible.
No,
Hands
I
up,
disagree.
wave,
I disagree. I never like when people tell people to wave. I'm not a fan of telling people to wave. But that his flow on that song is insane.
No, like where Jay-Z loses me is he'll have a song that I like, but then he'll just mess it up by doing something that he shouldn't be doing. So like the first time I heard Death of Auto-Tune, right? That beat was going on. I was feeling it. I was in the mood. And then my man was like, It's like, And I was like, he definitely brings carry-ons to the airport.
Carry-on cross.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying? On that note, Jack, take us out of here.
Young Hope in the game.
Yo. Happy birthday, Jay.
Happy birthday. Happy Ether Day, y'all.
Yeah, all of that. We won the war.
You know, you can reach us at the socials. 25, where can they reach you at, man?
You can reach me everywhere at SRAO Pod. You can reach me on Instagram at MLDub25. Holla at your boy.
Rez, where can you find you at, man?
You can find me on Instagram. It's Real Talk Rezaun. REZSAUN. Anywhere. Pursuit of Forever coming back next week. Come check us out, man.
Peace, love, and hair.
Y'all can find us on TikTok at the Say Less, Say More podcast.
Argue with us. We're arguing in the chat. Stop coming weak if y'all gonna come at us.
Yeah,
defend your carry-ons.
You know what I'm saying? Follow me on Twitter at Jack This Tweet. Yeah, as always, we appreciate all you guys, all the listeners, first time, last time, anytime listeners, man. We're just 3 guys with a perspective trying to deliver the first way of thinking, man. Open dialogue, always advance intelligence. Say less, say more.
Say more.